So the Olympics have said they are going to ban transgender athletes in 2028, and that makes me so happy, okay? It's insane we even have to have this conversation and have this discussion. Why should we even have to argue over men and women's sports or men and women's locker rooms, okay? This used to be common sense before all the woke crap came in and infested society and sports. Okay, but let me read you about this, okay? The IOC, the International Olympic Committee, will enact a new policy that will prohibit trans female athletes from competing against biological women, according to multiple reports. The IOC's current policy leaves it up to each individual sports governing body to make policies governing transgender athletes, but as the IOC changed its leadership, the Times of London reported on Monday that its policies are set to change as well. I love this, okay? The left in the West, in the United States, in the UK, in all these countries, they say they love protecting women. We're all about feminism and protecting women. You're not protecting women if you allow men to come in and be in their locker rooms and on their sports teams. And we've had girls who get hurt, they injure themselves. Girls should not have to compete against grown men on their sports teams, okay? It's fairness, okay? There are biological differences between men and women. It's not sexist to say it, okay? Women will tell you there are differences between them and men time and time again, okay? You should not have to compete against men when they have those advantages. So I'm so happy that the Olympics, they're going to make this change, but it's also a sad day. It's a sad day that we even have to discuss this. We got to talk about these SNAP benefits and this EBT situation that's still going on in the country. Anytime I look online, okay, there's either a video of someone on SNAP who is stealing from a grocery store, there's a video of someone crying and saying they're starving. I have made videos about the SNAP and EBT program, okay? There are 42 million Americans on SNAP. That is absolutely insane. People are gaming the system. There are dead people on the system. There are still veterans, right, who are sleeping on the street and trying to get food. And I see people on TikTok stealing from grocery stores and filling their carts up with junk, okay, with their SNAP cards. But there's also a video. There's a video that has gone viral of a woman saying she is starving because she hasn't gotten her SNAP benefits. I want to take a look and then discuss.
It's really bad.
Danielle Grant is starving.
I know. I'm trying to see if I can get some food because we literally don't have anything to eat today or tomorrow.
Okay. The broadcaster that said Danielle Grant is starving. She does not look like she's starving in that clip. Okay, she does not look like she's starving in that clip whatsoever. And I'm also sick of these people saying they need the government to pay for everything. They need the government to pay for all their food and all their groceries. That woman, she doesn't look hungry. These people have their hair done. Her hair is in pink braids. That's not cheap. They have tattoos, piercings, their hair done. They have cell phones. They're sitting in cars, filming themselves sometimes in these videos. I'm so sick. I'm so sick of all the performative theatrics and all the faux outrage going on, okay? The SNAP program, number one, it's supposed to be temporary for people who are really in a tough spot. If you have a couple of months where you're struggling, you got to feed your kids, you're in between jobs, that's what the SNAP program is for. I have no problem, okay, if someone is disabled, if they've served this country, if they're really in a tough spot, for them being able to use the SNAP program. But there are these welfare queens, like this woman in the video, who continue to abuse and misuse the system time and time again. And it's not the American taxpayer's job to subsidize you filling your cart up with Doritos, Fritos, and a bunch of junk and crap, okay? So we're going to pay for you to get all these sugary drinks and all this junk food. And then the American taxpayer is supposed to pay for you when you have diabetes and all of these health issues and you go to the doctor's office. So this is just a circuitous, never-ending cycle of these people living on welfare in this welfare state in the United States of America. So when the government reopens, maybe by the time you watch this, the government will be reopened, we really need to go through these scrolls and kick people off of SNAP. There's no reason we should have 42 million people on SNAP here in the United States of America. Okay, there are about, what, 300 and something million people in this country. You're telling me 42 million. 42 million need SNAP. I'm not buying it. But the last thing I'll say is this. There are 21 states, 21 Democratic states that are hiding who is on SNAP. They don't want to turn over to the federal government who is on SNAP because you have illegal migrants, you have criminals, you have people who are abusing the system. So we'll be monitoring this. We'll be monitoring this whole situation. Ever read the label on a typical bag of chips? It's often a science experiment of seed oils, MSG, artificial dyes, and mystery ingredients. Masa is part of the growing movement to bring back real food. Masa's chips contain just 3 ingredients: organic corn, sea salt, and 100% grass-fed beef tallow. Not only do these chips avoid the bad stuff, they also taste incredible too. Snacking on Masa chips is nothing like eating regular chips. With Masa, you feel satisfied, light, and energetic with no crash, bloat, or gross, sluggish feeling afterwards. You won't find yourself binging and feeling hungry. Personally, my favorite flavor of Masa is the original. If you love Masa, then you'll love Vandy Crisps. Vandy, Masa's sister company, makes the most delicious 3-ingredient potato chips I've ever tasted. My favorite flavor is Smokehouse Barbecue. Ready to give Masa or Vandy a try? Use code LINK for up to 25% off your first order at masachips.com or vandycrisps.com, or simply click the link in the video description or scan the QR code to claim this delicious offer. And if you don't feel like ordering online, Masa and Vandy are now available nationwide at your local Sprouts supermarket, so stop by and pick up a couple of bags before they're gone.